Well, good morning, lovely ladies and gentlemen. Steve Collins coming to you from gorgeous San Antonio, Texas, the second most powerful, passionate, purposeful coach and speaker in the world. Hope you guys are fired up and ready to go. Hey, I want to give a quick shout out to my boy Dallas Pipes, a fellow KW agent here in San Antonio. He hooked a brother up. Look at, he's out of town. He saw this and he got this for me. It's a keychain thing and it came with this. Come on, Dallas Pipes. How cool is that? Thank you for that, brother. That was very thoughtful. The key to getting what you want is giving it away. The key to getting what you want is giving it away. We're going to explore that this morning. It is my hope, again, to change your brain. You have been taught to believe and think a certain way about this life, your experience, and the possibilities or limitations you are faced with on a daily basis. And my desire is to help you break out of those limiting beliefs and limiting thoughts and to explore the possibilities that are available for you in this life right now. The key to getting what you want is giving it away. Prince Charming ain't coming. Your little girl in shining armor, she ain't coming. The venture capitalists ain't coming. The people that are going to make things better for you, they ain't coming. The folks that you think need to show up, the money you think that needs to show up, the education you think you have to have for you to change and things to change is not going to happen. It's not going to come to you. My friend, like it says, if your ship don't come in, you got to jump off the dock and swim out to it. You have a personal responsibility to begin taking actions, moving towards the things that you believe are possible for you. There is a cause and effect reality here. The cause and effect reality is simply this: if you are waiting for an external circumstance to activate your ability to move forward, that external circumstance that will activate for you to move forward is called a freaking desperate situation that will lay you on your butt and you will be forced to change. You will be forced to change. Desperation is a great motivator. Why not choose inspiration where you can be in control of the factors and the timing? So let's talk this morning about the secret to getting what you want is giving it away. Let me just give you a simple, very short, and incredible story. Let's imagine you were a farmer and you had a farm and it had very fertile soil. And you decided, I would like to have some fruit trees. Well, if you planted corn, okay, and you plant watermelon, okay, you would not get fruit trees. What would you get if you planted corn and you planted watermelon seeds? Well, I don't know, Steve, is this a trick question? Because I know it's early and you've been up for like 4 hours and stuff. No, it's not a trick question, Bubba. Not at all. Not a trick question. Super simple stuff here. Here's what would happen. You would grow watermelons and you would grow corn because you would reap what you had sown. What you had stuck in the ground and watered and fertilized would then come back up and you would reap, you would take, you would get what you sowed. This is called a principle. A principle of life is called reaping and sowing. Some people will call it karma corn. What goes around comes around. Karma corn, whatever. Call it whatever you want it. It's a principle and it works whether you believe it or not, whether you use it or not, whether you harness it or not, or whether you just let it happen in your life. I am here to help change your brain, to help you understand that you can utilize this in your life to get what you want to show up in your life. And you know what? You don't even have to be a person of faith. I was talking to my boy Tion Reed yesterday and we were talking about, he was like, Steve, that's mind-blowing to me that principles can be utilized without any need for relationship. Because I was talking to him about, y'all have read, I'm sure if you guys are big thinkers, that book, The Secret. Well, there's a dirty little secret behind the secret. You see, the secret is principles that work void of relationship, meaning that the focus is on the blessing and not the blesser, the provision, not the provider, the gifts and not the giver. I got a problem with that. That's a story for another time. What is it that you want? Do you want to be loved? Do you want to be honored? Do you want to be respected? Do you want to have loyal friends? Do you want to have more finances? Well, my friend, you don't show up in this life, as Jim Rohn has said, with your need. You got to show up with your seed. Let me say that one more again. You don't show up in this life with your need. You show up with your seed. This world responds to deserve and operates by principles. It doesn't operate on need. Just because somebody needs something doesn't mean it's going to show up. So what does that mean? I want to show up with my seed and not with my need. What is it that you desire to have in your life? Well, my friend, give it away. Give it away. Steve, I'm a little confused again. You know, I'm from a small town in Texas, and I'm just not quite sure understand what you mean by that. I get the farmer thing, but I gotta tell you, I don't understand quite what you're saying. What do you mean? Well, Bubba, let me make it plain for you. If you want to be loved and feel love, you go out and start loving on folks. Okay? If you want to be honored, you go out and start looking for folks to honor. If you want to be joyful, you go out and start being a joy for other people. See what I'm saying? If you need a little extra money, I can't tell you how it works, but I can just tell it's principle. It does work. You give to bless somebody else. But I don't go to church. Well, you don't need to go to church, sucker. The principles work either way. Why don't you drive by a church, wait for a single mama with 4 or 5 little kids to come out of church looking like she's all messed up and like life is a struggle, and you walk up to her and put a couple $100 bills in her hands and just say, bless you, take care of your babies. This is just a gift. I hope you enjoy it. And you watch what shows up in your life, Bubba. You sow a couple $100 into somebody's life, I'm going to tell you, you reap what you sow. What you put out comes back to you. Need a little bit more money? Give. And it ain't about the amount. It's about in relation to what it costs you. There's a simple story that is told by my favorite man in the world named Jesus, who was sitting at the temple watching people give money, and he saw rich people giving out of their abundance, and he was sitting there with his disciples, and then someone caught his attention, and he says, guys, check it out. See that widow? She dropped in one little mite, a penny. See her? She gave more than any of these other people here. Now, in the natural, they'd say, no, we just saw this guy giving hundreds, and that guy giving hundreds, this guy giving hundreds. She just gave a penny. What you mean? She gave more than anybody else here. She gave out of her need. She gave all she had. You see, it's in relation to what you have. It's not just the amount. When you give sacrificially to others, you reap a major harvest, man. I can't tell you how it works. I can just tell you that it does work. I challenge you to try it out. It's the only place in the Bible where the good Lord says, do this, test me in this. See if I won't pour out a blessing on you that you can't contain. But that's a story for another time. What do you want, ladies and gentlemen? Let's just go to that scene out of the Notebook. What do you want? I don't know. What do you want? Allie, what do you want? Y'all know the Notebook, right? Oh, it's heartwarming. What do you want? Decide what you want. Write down what you want. And then, my friend, take action on giving that to other people. Be intentional about it. Be excellent about it. Give the very best you can in each of those areas without holding anything back, because people on the outside looking in may judge one thing, but your greatest deeds should be done before an audience of one. He sees and knows the intent of your heart and will reward you in proportion to the authenticity of your motivation. Give it away. Give it away. I wrap up on this phenomenal statement that one of my favorite people in the whole wide world, my very, very favorite, said. He says, and you know what I'm going to do? Forgive me, all you biblical scholars. I'm going to give you my ghetto version, all right? Just so we can all connect with this. You're out here, guys, and you're looking for ways to make your life something. You're looking for ways to make your life something. You're chasing stuff down. You're chasing money. You're chasing tail. You're chasing fun. You're chasing adventure. You're chasing fantasies. You're chasing all this stuff, but you just keep winding up empty. If you really want all the stuff that you think that stuff's going to give you, then give it to other people. Give it to other people. The true version says this: he who looks for his life shall lose it, but whoever loses his life for my sake, the same shall find it. How do you lose your life? I'm not talking about driving into an embankment when you go down 1604 at 90 miles an hour. That's stupid. You lose your life by getting your eyes off yourself, putting your eyes on other people, and releasing to others what you desire for yourself. When you lose your life in service to others, ladies and gentlemen, you actually find a life you were created to live. Have a great day, guys.